To change the preferences of Bridge, you just have to go to the Adobe Bridge option if you are a Mac user and then choose Preferences. Or if you are a PC user, then you will find this option under the Edit menu at the bottom. You can also use the keyboard shortcut. On Mac it's Command K, on PC it's Control K. So once you click on Preferences, you will have these options here on the left, and each time you select one, you will have more options on the right available. In general, you will find the appearance, for example, which can change the brightness of your user interface, and you can also choose an accent color. Then you can also choose the basic favorite items like a computer, desktop, and the user. You can also turn these off here if you want to. You can change the number of recent items to display. And then you have also a couple of behavior options here. In the thumbnails, you can add more details below the thumbnails. So whenever you see the names here below the thumbnails, you can also see the date created, dimensions, keywords and size, and you can see how these all appear below the thumbnails immediately. But I can also choose more options for these details. I'm just going to turn these off for now. And I go to the other options here. The metadata is a useful one because here I can decide what to show in the metadata panel from all of these options. In the keywords options, we have a couple of other useful options, like to automatically apply the parent keywords. Then under labels, we have a quite important option which is by default turned on. That means you need to hold down Command whenever you want to apply labels or ratings with the keyboard. So you have to hold down Command and then press 1 to 5 to add ratings and 6 to 9 to add labels. But if this option is turned off, then you can access these options without holding down Command or Control on PC. Again, I'm going to come back to labels a little bit later. Another option is very useful here in the preferences is called the file type associations. Here you can choose which application you want to open the files whenever you double click on them here in Bridge. So let's say you have a bitmap file, then that will open in Photoshop if you double click on it. But you can always choose another application from here. You can even choose Browse to search for something that is not listed here by default. In cache, you can see that you can set the cache size, which means Bridge will use this location on the computer to store these thumbnails and previews that it generates whenever you go into folders and see files. So you can increase or decrease that cache size, and you can always purge the cache or create a compact cache just to make Bridge a little bit faster. The most common negative feedback of Bridge from users is that it slows down their computer. Well, this is a feature that can help you. Just reduce the cache size. You can even reduce it very low, or you can also always use the purge cache. And then we have the startup scripts, which again will slow down a bit Bridge because it will load a lot of things into it whenever it starts. Once again, if you feel like it's a bit too slow, you can turn these off. And then you also have the advanced options where you can choose the generate monitor size previews, which I think is a very useful option because it will always adjust the size of the previews to your screen. And you can also make sure that Bridge starts whenever you log into your computer. And if you have any issues with your video card, you can also use the software rendering instead of the video card on your computer. So that's all about the preferences. I ran through them very quickly, but make sure you spend enough time to study all of these options and see how they change the way Bridge works.